Have you ever felt like life is moving too fast and you're just standing still? I did. Every day felt like a loop. Work, eat, sleep, repeat. I was always busy, always tired, always running yet never really living. Until one small decision changed everything. 5 minutes for me. I am Sarah. I am 32 years old. For many years, my life was full of activity, but not full of happiness. I worked from morning until night. I cooked meals that no one seemed to notice. I cleaned the house while thinking about emails I hadn't answered. I went to bed late and woke up earlier than I wanted, feeling heavy and exhausted. Every day felt the same. I thought, this is life, this is normal. I do not have time for myself. One evening, after another long, exhausting day, I sat on my couch. The house was quiet. The dishes were piled up in the sink. The laundry basket was full. My phone buzzed endlessly. But I didn't feel productive. I didn't feel proud. I felt empty. I remember something my therapist told me months ago. A small change is better than no change. I repeated it to myself, slowly, as if I were tasting the words. A small change is better than no change. Maybe I cannot change everything at once, I thought. Maybe I cannot clean the house perfectly, cook a perfect meal, and succeed at work every day. But maybe I can change one thing. So I decided to start very small. Every evening, before doing anything else, I would spend 5 minutes just for myself. Not 30 minutes, not an hour, just 5 minutes. The first evening, I felt a strong urge to start cleaning. I wanted to put away the dishes, organize the living room, prepare tomorrow's lunch. But I stopped. I took a deep breath. No, I said softly to myself. My 5 minutes first. I sat near the window. The sun was setting and the sky was painted in shades of orange and pink. I made a cup of warm tea and held it in my hands, feeling the heat. I did not check my phone. I did not think about work. I did not plan tomorrow. I just breathed slowly. I watched the shadows move across the walls. It was only 5 minutes, but it felt like I had returned to myself. And next day I did the same, and the day after, and the day after that. After 1 week, I noticed something surprising. I felt calmer, my mind was quieter, I slept better at night. I smiled at the small things, a bird outside my window, the smell of fresh tea, the softness of my blanket. I realized I was being kinder to myself. After 2 weeks, I decided to add a small change, 5 minutes of reading before bed. I picked a book I had always wanted to read but never had time for. I read slowly, savoring each word. Even this small habit made me happy. I began to notice tiny shifts in my life. I did not have more free time, but I had more energy. Tasks still piled up, but I felt less overwhelmed. I had patience for things that used to annoy me. After 1 month, I felt a bigger change. My life was still busy, my work still hard, my house still messy, but I felt different. I had more hope, more clarity, more love for myself. I learned a big lesson. big changes begin with small choices. I do not need to wait for a perfect life. I just need to start now, even with something very small. Some days were harder than others. I forgot my 5 minutes. I felt guilty. I wanted to stop, but I reminded myself a small change is better than no change. Gradually, these 5 minutes became 10 minutes, then 15 minutes. I started stretching my body gently. I started writing short notes in a journal. I smiled at myself in the mirror each morning. I said, I'm proud of you, Sarah. You're trying, you're growing. If you're enjoying this story, subscribe now to follow along and see how small habits can make a big difference. After 3 months, I felt a big difference. People around me noticed it too. I was calmer at work. I was happier at home. I laughed more. I listened more. I felt present in my life. I understood something important. Taking care of myself is not selfish, it is necessary. I was not just surviving, I was living. Now I make time for myself every day. I drink tea slowly. I read, I write, I walk. Sometimes I forget, but I always return to my small habits. These small moments are the seeds of a better life. I also learned to appreciate the small joys in life, the smell of coffee in the morning, the sound of rain on the roof, the way sunlight hits the walls at noon, the laughter of a friend, the quiet of a night without noise. Life is still busy, life is still messy, but now I am no longer lost in the rush. I'm learning to live slowly, even a fast world. I am learning that happiness is built in tiny moments. Each small choice I make becomes a thread in the tapestry of my life, and slowly, day by day, the picture becomes clear. If you feel tired, overwhelmed, or lost, remember this. You do not need to change everything at once. Start with something small, 5 minutes, one small habit. Consistency is stronger than perfection. Step by step, day by day, your life will change. Small choices can lead to big transformations. I learned that taking care of myself was the first step to a better, calmer, and happier life. And it all started with just 5 minutes. If this story inspired you, subscribe to get more tips, stories, and ideas for building a calmer, happier life, one small step at a time.